Well, I've got a weird one today. um, yeah, we're getting some rain. We're getting quite a bit, actually. Yesterday we got a half an inch. Today, I don't know how much. It's supposed to, I think 11:30. It's supposed to maybe stop, 11:30, 12. But I'll see what the rain gauge says today. But we've had quite a bit of lightning. It got really dark. Well, last week, I got out late a couple days. It was hot. I went swimming with my wife at Peak. So I just did the winter time type laps. I didn't use my winter boat, but I just drove down to Blackhawk Bridge, and normally with that boat I would put in at the launch since they redid it, but there were a bunch of people swimming and they were all parked there. So I just parked. Nobody was parked underneath the big sycamore tree where all the tubers usually put in and out. And it's a short distance down. It's just you got to kind of maneuver around the rocks and stuff, but it's pretty good right now. There's gravel where you put your boat in. So that's where I put in at, and I was getting out. So I was making trips up, bringing, stuff up to the truck. And as I'm coming up the first trip, there's a car, small little car with a guy in it. He had his windows down. And from what I could tell, it was just him in the car. And a truck that pulled in next to him, and they were talking, and the guy in the truck got out. I think he was going to fish, but they were talking, and that was pretty much all that was in the parking lot around me, other than the people down swimming. So I'm on my way down for my second trip, and then I can't remember if I was going to get the boat or haul up another load of stuff. But as I'm halfway down the hill, and the sycamore trees to my right, I hear just as I'm talking right now, a very audible woman's voice, or it sounded like a younger woman. And all she said was, "Excuse me, sir." No, "Excuse me, sir, help," or anything else. It was just, "Excuse me, sir." And I mean, it was just as plain as day and just as loud as that. I mean, and it sounded to be right to my right behind me. So I automatically turn around and walk up to see what she wants to tell me, because I'm assuming when she said, "Excuse me, sir," she wanted to tell me something. So as I do that, I'm not seeing anybody. And I'm seeing the guy in the car. He's got his door open, and he's looking around, and he looks at me and he says, "Did you hear that?" And I said, "Yeah." I says, "Where is she?" And he goes, "I don't know." That's the honest to God truth. And I'm looking up in the tree. I'm looking around the truck, because it sounded like she was no more than 10 to 15 feet behind me to my right. And don't know. That's what happened. I don't know if he was playing a trick on me or if somebody else, but it was bizarre. But I don't think he was playing a trick on me, because he was just as befuddled as I was, because he's got his door open and he's looking around, and because we both heard it, and I don't know what to make of it. And so I'm going to read one verse, because this is the best I could come up with for scripture on it. This is Hebrews 13:2. "Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers," for even if you can't see them. I tried. "For thereby some have entertained angels unaware." I don't know. I that's the honest to God truth. That's, I mean, it was as plain as day. Audible, excuse me, sir. But I could not find a woman, nor could the guy in the car. We both were very puzzled. I actually got goosebumps. I mean, it was bizarre. All righty. Walk by faith, not by sight. All right. You take care. God bless.